We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cobras and the Thunder. Milton Otto makes his big league debut right after this. J.J. Zemecki will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Man, he pitched really well in this last one without allowing a single run and picking up the victory. Let's see if he can bring that stuff back to the ballpark with him and make it 2 really strong starts.
At the plate, Mark Lacy. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The shortstop, Mark Lacy.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
Here's the 2-0. 2-1 to count. Game time temperature tonight 62 degrees, but should drop into the 50s before we're done. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Worthing is right there, 1 down.
Batting second, the second baseman, Greg English.
Stepping up to the plate, Greg English. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
English is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in the sport.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Standing in now, Buford Christian, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. English stands at first with 1 out. Now a throw over. The 0-1 pitch. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. Swung on and chopped down the line at first, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Runner goes for second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second. Don't know if that was a true hit and run there with 2 strikes or not, but he's into second base safely on the strikeout. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Michael Wright, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. First pitch on its way. He's set. The 0-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
He's set. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1. Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off him. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Three balls, no strikes.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove in one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
3-1. Here it is. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with the payoff pitch. A bouncer to the left side. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the third out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So they get to him for a couple of hits in the inning here, but they've got nothing to show for it. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Don, the man, gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Digging in now, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I don't think this team can rest on its laurels right here. I know they've won 6 out of their last 9 ball games, but they come into this ballpark today, hostile environment. They're going to have to swing the bats early and get it going for the boys.
Now the 2-0. Saul Worthing will be next. Now the pitch. 3-1.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Fouled away. Fouled off. The next 3-2. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and this goes right past him. The throw into second. The throw pulls him off the bag.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that one. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Into the box now, Saul Worthing. And there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, Leroy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Into the box now, Scott Franchise, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. As a look, now the pitch. Out of play off to the right. It's 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. From the belt, the pitch.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And it's fouled away. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. He holds off on the breaking ball, so the count runs full.
Got to believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Now batting, Mike Hayes. He drove in one of his team's 2 runs in yesterday's game. He's set, and the pitch. In there, strike 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time.
Yeah, when you're almost hitting guys, that's a sign that you're a little bit too jumpy out there to start the game. So that's a good move by the guy behind the plate to just come out and talk to him and encourage him and settle him down a little bit.
First and second here with nobody out. Favorable call there, taken for a strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Milton.
Now to the plate, Milton Otto. And as you could imagine, the butterflies are fluttering as this is his first major league at-bat.
Yeah, what a monster moment for not only himself, but his family, all the coaches that have helped him along the way. This is a monumental moment in his career.
Gone! So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, man. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Matty, I can't even believe what's going through his mind right now. First knock in his show's a home run. I can only imagine he's thinking of everybody who's played a part in getting him to this moment. What an absolute bomb that was.
So now to the plate, Hal Hale. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one.
He definitely doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to be on the attack early and be aggressive and find a way to stay in this game.
That evens it up 1-1. The man has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job of keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels. Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Into the box now, Corey Esparza, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
The 1-0 home. And he fouls this one off. 4 runs here in this half inning. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2. And a swing and a miss here. So it took him 31 pitches, but the side is finally retired. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Stepping up now, Richard Wise. And they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
As an offense right here, 4-0, you can't let that get away from you. You're a grand slam from tying this one up. Everyone take a deep breath and just start getting some guys on base.
Hit on the ground is short, right to him. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
That is 7. The right fielder, John Mickey.
Stepping into the box, Sean McKee. In yesterday's game, he was responsible for the only run driven in by his club. First pitch on its way. High in the air down the right field line. Franchise is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
Batting eighth, the left fielder, King Giles.
Coming to the plate now, King Giles. Hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. First offering on its way. Strike taken up in the zone.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
On the ground to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Batting up, the pitcher, John Dumbhead.
At the plate, Don the man. As he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fouled away. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Bottom of the inning now, and stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Tiny Ryan.
Second baseman, Tiny Ryan.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, J.J. Zemecki.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, J.J. Zemecki. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Oh. 1-0.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Brian Cannon.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Hannon. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Off the plate and in. Hits a ball and a strike. Fouled off. Count still at 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a good job for him there to bounce back after giving up 4 last time around. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Thunder are out on top 4-0. Top of the third set to get underway, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Mark Lacey. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Chased after that one, and it's 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
2-1.
Count even at 2-2. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Greg English.
So coming to the plate, Greg English. He reached on a single in his first try. From the stretch. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. Outside and low, 3-0.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
Swinging on 3-0. Now 3 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Ready now with the payoff pitch, and that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Digging in, Buford Christian 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Here it comes, 2-0. In there, now the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Well, in my opinion, this one all came down to the catcher's footwork on that throw. That was just perfect. You have to use your feet to get your body into a good throwing position for an accurate throw. He did it just right, and he nabs another base runner.
The 2-1 is taken for strike 2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Bottom of the third now, and next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Saul Worthing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. And he misses again, 2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Bouncer up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
The right fielder, number 16, Scott Franchise.
Into the box, Scott Franchise, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Now a move over to first, and he'll get back in standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I'm sure he's frustrated by that call. Probably could have been a strike, but at the same time, earning strikes from the umpire is a real thing. If you've been all over the place like he has, you're just not going to get much help from the umpires.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous pitch. I think it should have been a strike. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
At the plate now, Mike Hayes, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a 4th.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Milton Otto waits on deck. Full count still. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Milton Otto will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
0-1 count and the pitch. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Into the corner and slicing foul.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and he sets him down for out number 3. All set for the start of the 4th, and now it'll be the catcher, Michael Wright.
Michael Wright.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball 1. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Scorched to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Coming to the plate now, Brad Benton comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled straight back.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
1-1, here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now back, the center fielder, Richard Wise.
Ready now, Richard Wise. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here, similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
2 out, nobody on. Really pulled that one across as the slider misses well inside. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Hal Hale. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hard hit at third. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
The third baseman, number 7, Corey Esparza.
So striding in, Corey Esparza. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Striding into the box, Tiny Ryan. First offering on its way.
You have to be careful. You can't sleep on the bunt right here, even with 2 outs. They're playing him back, but this guy can handle the bat.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Ryan, 28 years old. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball. And he misses 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Settling in now, Sean McKee. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Worthing will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that these guys currently sit in the number 3 position in the circuit in that category. Striding in, King Giles. First pitch on its way. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the pitcher, John, the man.
Paul Taylor will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Paul Taylor.
And he lays off there, 1-0. 276 the average coming in for him. 6 home runs and 11 RBIs. The 1-0. Taylor, originally from Mississippi. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Brian Bledsoe will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Now to the plate, the pitcher, J.J. Zemecki. He flew out in his last at-bat.
The pitcher, J.J. Zemecki.
Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to short. Fielded cleanly. And that's out number 1. And there's a final look at the numbers for the starter in this one. And clearly he was off his game this evening.
Yeah, nothing seemed in sync for him out there in this one, Matt. He just couldn't get the ball where he wanted to, and the opponents really took advantage of that. That's a brutal feeling sitting in the dugout. Know that you disappointed your team and you went out there and laid an egg.
He's set. Here it comes. Brian Cannon comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That misses. 2-0. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Giles is camped under this one. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 8, Saul Worthing.
Ready once again, Saul Worthing. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Worthing enters the day with a slugging percentage in the 460s, a number he can be proud of. Pitch on the way. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 out, nobody on. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And now pitch on the way. Good plate discipline to lay off the slider that time, and he draws even at 2-2. Now the pitch. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So striding forward now, Mark Lacey. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Looking up is the left fielder. At the track, the wall. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. His first home run of the season. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat and they can go deep.
Now out of the dugout comes the manager as he'll make his way towards the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So the good news is he'll wind up going the requisite 5 innings for the victory, but he does leave his bullpen some considerable work to do before this one's done. Aram Kirk takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Kirk.
Stepping in now, Greg English. Yes, he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
In now, Buford Christian hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Michael Wright.
Standing in, Michael Wright. First offering on its way. The 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Cannon will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 9, Brad Benton.
At the plate, Brad Benton. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Now a throw over to first, just keeping him close. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pitch out, nothing doing. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Ball and no strikes. Here it is. Can't catch up to that pitch, and it's a ball and a strike.
Well, obviously somebody was hooting with the Owls last night. This entire roster, they've showed up for the first game of this road trip and are getting absolutely boat raced.
And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1. Richard Wise would be next. Throw over to the bag, and he just manages to get his hand in. Hit to third. Second, but they throw it away, and lucky for them, the right fielder's there to back up the throw.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Now at the plate, Richard Wise. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Swung underneath that pitch, so he was either trying to elevate the ball or he was expecting a pitch to be a sinker and drop more than it did.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Hit down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, including the home run, 1 error in the inning, and 2 men left on base. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. Tennessee is out in front, 4-1. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Scott Franchise. First pitch of the at-bat. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. And there's ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Here now the 2-2.
3-2.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Grounded to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Well, nothing earth-shattering about this one. He just didn't finish the play and watched it into his glove. And now they've got the leadoff runner board and no outs.
Runner at first following the error. And next will be the power-hitting catcher, Mike Hayes. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sixth inning. 4-1 is our score. Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. Here it comes, 1-0. Little chopper back to the mound. There's one. Return throw is in time, and what do you know? They do get the double play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Milton Otto.
So stepping in, Milton Otto. First pitch on its way. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. Riding in once again, Sean McKee. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning instead of foul ball. The windup and the 0-1.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
And this will be fouled away. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, King Giles. As he'll follow one into the dirt and come up empty for the first strike. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Called strike 0-2. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Grounded back up the middle, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank. That guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Glenn Suarez will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runners on first with one down. Now a throw over. The 2-0 on the way.
Ball inside.
Mark Lacey will be next. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
The batter, number 7.
Eric Mensch takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using it here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Mark Lacey will be his first assignment here as he'll face him with runners at first and second and one gone.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
No balls and one strike. First and second now, one man out. Here's a little chopper up the middle. Oh, behind the back to second for one, and the relay won't nearly be in time as he's there easily.
Great job of hustle there by the base runner. That looked like an easy inning-ending double play. Now runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Stepping in, Greg English. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A ball and no strikes.
1-0.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. And it's 1-2.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Weakly hit to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, we play for the traditional 7th-inning stretch.
Jeremy Kilpatrick gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Kilpatrick.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring forth the slugging shortstop, Hal Hale.
Hale.
First pitch on its way. Late that time for a strike. Kilpatrick playing here in his age 31 season. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
1-1. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. The 2-1 home. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full, 3-2.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
At the plate, Corey Esparza. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Down the left field line and deep, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. Hit back up the middle. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Tiny Ryan.
In now, Tiny Ryan. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 2 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-0 cutter that's low. 2-0. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. He was in a position to wait for his pitch on 2-0, and he got it to keep the inning hot.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Michael Lopez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Lopez.
And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag. So let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. The 1-0. This year against right-handed pitching, Lopez has a batting line residing in the 230s.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
The count now at 2-1. On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field. A base hit. Throw into second. On to second, but he's in safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Well, that's the difference between a harmless error and a costly one. With the bases empty, it doesn't hurt that much, but with a man on, that allows a run to score.
Standing in now, Brian Cannon. This will take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
That's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen. Into the box now, Saul Worthing, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. We'll march on to the 8th, and the lead is stretched to 7-1. James Ray has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th and set to go as the third baseman, Buford Christian.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. 1-0 count. Here it is. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball, 1-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Wright. Now the pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 9, Brad Benton.
Digging in to try it again, Brad Benton. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. He's set, and the pitch. Oh. sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Now the 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and standing in is the veteran outfielder Scott Franchise. First offering on its way. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. At the plate, Mike Hayes. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the stretch. Fouled off. One out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Hot shot on the ground is short, right to him. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close.
Now batting, the first baseman, Milton Otto.
Stepping in, Milton Otto. He bats for the 4th time in his career, having already collected his first hit. Not a bad first day, huh?
Yeah, you just don't have the opportunities to fail when they invest minimal money in you. It shows how hard this guy has had to work to grind through the minor leagues and get to this point.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
2-0 count, the pitch.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
And he gets the call there, 3-1. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Now batting, shortstop, Al Hale.
Digging in, Hal Hale. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Fly ball out to straightaway right. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Guy Eaton comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Richard Wise is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
That's wide, 2-0. All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now. Sean McKee is on deck. And he might have gone after ball 4 there. Instead, it's 3-1.
Hey, I know he's aware he can't tie the game with one swing of the bat, but maybe he's just trying to excite the boys and get one on the board.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Stepping in now, Sean McKee. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Just off the plate and high, ball 1.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. Hit on the ground to third. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down in the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
To the plate now, King Giles, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Eaton, a 6'1" right-hander. He's a 15-year major league vet, so it's been quite the career for him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
The 1-2 misses, ball 2. The 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3.
I really liked it. He gave up nibbling out of the zone trying to get in the chase. That wasn't working, so he just reached back and fired a good old country hardball fastball right by him. No better feeling in the world when you're a pitcher than throwing a fastball right by a guy.
Jonathan Adkins will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. In there, 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that finds its way through for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, if they're going to crack Drew, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Buell, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
First delivery to him on the way. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. Count is 1-2 now. And now those that have stuck it out tonight come to their feet. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
7-1 the final score in tonight's. Tennessee put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. J.J. Zemecki wins his 3rd of the season. Don the Man was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the visitors, 1 run, 8 hits, 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 9 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Good.